Hey, today I'd like to talk to you about tinctures and tonics that I've recently obtained, and I realized I don't tend to talk a lot about the kinds of products and also beautiful remedies that I make, or that I either support of others and distribute, if I could call it that, give out, share. And so today I'm going to talk about the Spagyric Alchemical Tinctures that I currently have, and I've got a beautiful little collection of them made by various herbalists. Most of them are, within Australia, and a lot of them are made either down in Daysford, Victoria Way, or near the Northern Rivers, or the Sunshine Coast. And yeah, I just really felt called to obtain them and then also be able to continue on sharing their medicine. So the first collection I want to talk about is one that my dear friend Venus has created and birthed, and I've got two of hers that are made out of Australian natives, and then two of hers that are made out of some other herbs and medicines. So the first one I want to talk about is my favorite, and that is Restore. Now I have the screen on in a way that, yes, I can see what I'm doing on the screen, but it also means that obviously this comes back, the text comes back in a way that you may not be able to read. So it's what we would call an adrenal tonic, and the ingredients of this one is desert lime, she oak, lily pilly, ginger, cinnamon myrtle. It has distilled cane spirit and also pure water as well. And these kinds of tinctures are really much about the journey within, and it's often recommended when you're going to take something like this to create the space to go within and explore what these plants and this medicine wishes to show you, to tell you, to speak to you. Now the other one that I have that's also Australian natives is the Elevate one, and this one is more of an energy tonic, a little bit of a pick you up, a little of a perk, as I may call it. I'm one that I don't drink alcohol, I don't do recreational substances, so I'm quite sensitive to a lot of these things, and if you're in a similar journey, you may find that you do experience some shifts and changes in your body, your mind, your emotional space, because of the way in which you work with your own channel, your own body. The ingredients for this one is wattle seed, Davidson's plum, lemon aspen, and then we've got distilled organic cane spirit and alkaline water. So yeah, this is a great one if you're like maybe at an event or at a gathering and you're wanting just a little bit of like zing, and maybe you want to spend another hour on the dance floor. But again, taking that time to go within, communing with the plants and the medicine. Now the other two that I've also obtained is one called Ground. They call this one Integrate. Got valerian root, California poppy, passion flower, Piper methysticium, which is always one that I have had a little bit of trouble pronouncing, so let me know if I did or did not pronounce that one very well. Filtered spring water, and then distilled cane spirit as well. So this is, again, as it says, ground, bring you really in and down into the earth. And the other one is breathe, otherwise as we may call it, clear, and it has a very like traditional Chinese lung herbs. This one, distilled cane spirit, and then also filtered water. Most of these tinctures are actually organic as well, so it's great. They're all very quite nutrient dense, so you would have some of them, you might have like 10 drops, some of them you might have 5 drops. It's really you having to go in and really feeling into what it is that is resonating with you, and how much of that would your body like to commune with. Now, another range that I also have is the LMNL tinctures, which is made by Rain and his team, and I've got two. I don't have them on me in my magic little bag at the moment, but we're going to leave some pictures of them up while I'm describing that. So the first one I want to talk about that I have is the Dreamer Astral Lucid Luminous. It's got ingredients like blue lily, mugwort, kalia, white waves, cocoon vine, damiana, guayusa, passion flower, and then it's also got cane spirit and structured spring water. And the other one that I have of theirs is, we call it the Seeker. So it's about center, ease, clarity. It's got ingredients like tulsi, frankincense, melissa, peppermint, ginseng root, ashwagandha, linden, cane spirit, and again structured spring water. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is made by Jesse and his team down in Daysford, and that is the Inky brand. And today I'm going to talk about the frankincense one that I have. It's like my favorite flavor of tincture. I just love it. Like, oh my gosh, when those drops just like touch my mouth, I'm just like, oh, I can taste it right now. It's so good. And with frankincense, often people would consider that as being quite supportive. That's the kind of energy that it can assist the human with. Very supportive. And of course, there is so much story that we have with frankincense, as also with some of the other herbs, but we're just going to have to dive a lot deeper to find and remember those stories. And so this one's made out of frankincense resin. It's very high quality, high potency again, and then they put filtered spring water, and it's also made with cane spirit. You can obviously get all sorts of tinctures and tonics these days if you're well connected with herbalists and nutritionists and naturopaths. These tinctures, though, are all made through what we call the Spagyric Alchemical process, and it's really connecting in with the way in which people like the Druids and how they made their medicines, and how these medicines were often made by, very, what we might consider very well-rounded scientific, but also integrated peoples that would also encompass in and also knew of the knowledge and had the wisdom of also the properties beyond just what the scientific mind may find out or discover or engage with these herbs and with these medicines. So it's a real old alchemical way of making tinctures, and it's such a high quality tincture in comparison to how most tinctures are made. And this is another thing why I really love having these. Like, I consume them myself, but also having them to also show to other people, especially those that are, just venturing in or have for a long time in the tonic and tincture world, and then coming across these kind of medicines. It's just a whole other level of the way that we can make medicines, and I would consider it so magical, so potent. Yeah, and they all have their own properties, and I feel like I would love to do some vlogs in the future talking specifically just about each one and the kind of properties that they also bring in, that obviously can be working with the mind, the body, the emotion, but also the symbolism that's also beyond that as well. So if you would like to obtain one or many of these, so welcome to contact me. I've got contact details in the description box below. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on another platform, there's no contact details. I'm sure you'll find a way to find me. I also have a website, and it's www.onenessbeing.org. So www.onenessbeing.org. Oneness being all one word. And yeah, I'm more than happy to obviously let you know the prices and then the postage, and more than happy to do really special packages for orders of 2 or more of the tinctures. And I'm so happy and so excited I got to share this with you all today. Oh my gosh. Anyway, anywho, and I will see you all again soon.